guys, it's Ashley from Ashley's Got Book Excitement, and sorry for my little bit of absence. I know all this stuff is late, but today I will be doing my December wrap-up, a little bit of a January TBR, and then maybe a little bit of 2014 goals stuff in general. So, in the month of December, I only managed to read 3 books, which is kind of depressing, you know, what's wrong with me, you know, the normal stuff. Say that I really had a favorite of the bunch. Each book that I read was okay, but none of them really stood out to me and made me go, wow. So the first book that I read in the month of December, it was The Reaper's Legacy by Tim LeBon. This is the second book in the Toxic City series kind of thing. It's like a dystopian world where London was hit by this kind of attack, chemical kind of attack thing, and the government has sealed off London from everybody. And it's about these kids that sneak into London hoping to find family members and, you know, closure and stuff like that, and then they end up finding out a whole lot more. It's got people with superpowers, a really cool world kind of thing, really gory bits to it too, I will say. So I ended up giving that book 3 out of 5. It's an enjoyable series. It's not bad, it's not great. There are characters that annoy me, kind of. Lucy Ann, she wasn't as bad as in the second book, but she still annoys me. And her power is very confusing. I don't understand what's going on. I don't. Because they had this chapter in there, which was her power revealed, and very confusing. Very confusing. The second book that I read in the month of December was Bad Glass by Richard E. Gropp. This book is also a post-apocalyptic kind of city. There's a city where strange things are happening, the government locks it down, and our main character Dean, who's a photographer, sneaks in to document what's happening in the city, and then strange things start happening to him. The city kind of seeps its way into him, and it's just odd. So I ended up giving this book a 3.5 as well. It was enjoyable, just very weird, and the ending was, I don't know, the ending was very strange, and I don't know what's going on in that city. What it was like, honestly, when reading it, was like a descent into madness. Like you're going down the same path as Dean. You don't know what's real, what's hallucination, illusion. I don't know what's going on in that city. I don't know if there's a lot of drugs happening or what, but I enjoyed it, but it was weird. Yeah. And then the last book that I ended up reading in the month of December was Dark Tide by Elizabeth Haynes. This book is a thriller, mystery kind of thing where this girl, she lives on a boat, because you know that's what you do. That was her dream, to live on a boat. And then the night of her big party, the body of a friend from her old life washes up beside her boat. And it's just kind of like secrets are revealed about her life and her past, and yeah, people are after her for something. She used to be a stripper in her old life. That was an interesting thing. Well, not a stripper, a pole dancer. She tried to make pole dancers seem like real cool people, and it was all about the exercise and everything and all the money you could make. So it was kind of weird reading about the pole dancing. I don't think I'll ever become a pole dancer. Never, ever, ever. So I ended up giving this book a 3.5 out of 5. I liked the way it was written, the suspense and everything, but in the end the story it was just kind of like, okay, that makes sense. That's why all this stuff is going on. It wasn't like a crazy, awesome, original story plotline, but I did like the writing. So, in the month of January, I hope to read more books. Yeah, that's what I hope for. I've already finished 2, which is pretty awesome, right? Right. So, I have about 4 books here that I hope maybe I'll be able to finish. If I keep going like I'm going, maybe. So, the first one is the one I'm currently reading, and it is The Spooklights Affair by Marcia Moeller and Bill Pronzini. This is set in 1895 San Francisco, and it's like 2 mysteries combine into one big reveal mystery kind of thing. I don't know. It's 2 authors wrote this book, and so I think they each do chapters from characters' perspectives. So one author does the voice of Sabina. Why can't they just call her Sabrina? Sabina? Whatever. And then the other one does the character of Quincannon, and they're both investigating separate mysteries that somehow collide in the end. That's what I've gathered so far. I'm there. So then I hope to read The Hero's Guide to Storming the Castle by Christopher Healy. This is the second sequel to The Hero's Guide to Saving Your Kingdom. I loved that book, so I'm excited to read this one and see what happens to these princes, what problems, what things they get themselves into next. This is a really fun series. I like these books. Then I hope to get you Ruby Red by Kirsten Gier. This is time travel. This girl has time travel that runs in her family, and I don't think girls were supposed to inherit it, but she did. And so she time travels. That's all I need to know, right? I've heard a lot of good things about this series. And then the last one is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I have heard nothing but great things about this book. It is a video game book, like set in a virtual world, kind of, and yeah, I like video games, and I've heard great things about this. So that is my December wrap-up, my January TBR, and then just 2014 in general. I made a few changes to the channel, kind of, sort of. One thing, it's now I allowed ads to be put on my channel, and it's not because I am a greedy little person and just want money. It's because I want to be able to choose my own thumbnails, and when I can upload videos, I want to be able to like have a schedule where I can upload a video and then have it pop up later. So that's the reason for the ads. If you don't like them, I'm sorry. I know they can be a little annoying, but I want to reread some books in 2014. I'd love to be able to reread the Harry Potter series. Oh, I love Harry Potter, and maybe some other books. And also, I set my goal for 50 books. Let's hope I can make that. Let's hope. I think I should be able to, but I'd love to be to read more. And then my last probably thing is to read more books off my shelf. That's not to say that I won't still use and love the library, but I hope to read some of the books that I buy that just sit here on my shelf, because I feel a little bad when I do, when I just buy, you know, all the time. So if you like my channel, subscribe to it, please. Pretty please, with sugar, please. Like the video and leave me comments. Tell me how you guys did in December, what your plan is for the new year, for January specifically, you know, whatever. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye!